the Dixon update. So
yeah, I like it. I rocks with that.
The Dixon update. Damn, this man, you good, brother.
Appreciate you.
Today on the Dixon update, we got myself, Devon Dixon, and my main bro, Orlando Fresh One.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Promote our bro, so
Yeah,
I wanted to be in the.
yeah. I don't. Mine's is supposed to be back there. Like it's literally, it's still in bubble wrap. Like that's the crazy part. And it,
Damn.
yeah, I feel bad because the homie gave me this the green screen and these lights, and I'm looking at the lights, and I'm like, I gotta set that up. And I'm thinking about the green screen. I'm like, I gotta set that up. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know if those are gonna get set up. So, yeah, he probably gonna look at my videos like, what happened to the green screen? Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I got too much going on over here. But
what do you think about like all these celebrity divorces? You know, what's going on with Diddy? You know, his situation.
You know what's kind of crazy about the Diddy situation? I actually can share a story on here. I actually worked for Cassie.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I recorded Cassie for like a month or so. That's probably the highest paid gig I had. But yeah, I didn't sign no NDA. It was nothing crazy. The craziest thing to me was he did storm in one day and like this was like mad aggressive, but I thought it was just because she wasn't working hard enough. But now that you look back on it, it's like, oh, this dude must have been on some other stuff, you know? And his assistant said some wild stuff. Like his assistant was like, I don't know if I'm in trouble with this. His assistant was like
you said, you didn't sign no NDA.
Yeah, so. I did it. His assistant was like, I could see, Diddy can see Cassie from his house, like her apartment. And that was just the wildest thing to say in a session. I was just like, I don't think you're supposed to be sharing that, bro. Like, I don't know if that's for everything. And then a songwriter's window got broken into. So it was just like, I don't know, bro. And you know what's so crazy? We're not gonna stay on this too long, but when I got there, the studio manager was like, oh, you're the new engineer? Good luck. And that's it. Lady didn't introduce herself. No, I didn't even know she's the studio manager, bro. Cassie had to tell me she's a studio manager. And I was like, yeah, I was like, that's the weirdest thing ever. But honestly, bro, like as I started to work in the industry, you start to realize like, yo, most of these people are weird. And that's the norm. Like what I think is weird or what we grow up thinking is weird is the norm in the industry. And that's why I was like, it's not for me. Like it's cool. Like I had fun. I did cool stuff, but nah, bro, I'm good. Yeah, that's my Cassie story. She's a sweet person though. She's like super sweet. Like I love her to death because she's super nice. She bought me food and everything. And your boy was broke, so shouts out to Cassie. Get your money.
Yeah. She definitely got the bag for sure.
But I can honestly say about the Diddy thing though, I think the other people coming out on some other shit. I don't
yeah, bro.
I don't think he that wild.
Pylon, man. It's a pylon. They're like, oh, Cassie got the bag. Well, I hung out with him like 17 years ago. We took these pictures, so
that shit, bro.
That
shit, like, it sucks because now you're really sitting here like, damn, like, is my man really wilding like that? I think the Cassie stuff has a basis because when you're in a relationship, you do wild stuff and you open up to your partner. So that kind of makes a lot more sense that he might have been way more into stuff than she was. I can kind of see that, but I don't even know, bro. It's hard. Like as much as the industry is weird, some of the stuff that you hear about what's going on is even weirder. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I just try to stay out of it because, you know, whenever I share my opinion, people pounce on me. But it is. I've seen some weird stuff. So that's why I'm like, I know it's weird, but hey, man, to each his own.
Like yo, whether you married or you single, bro, do not take pictures with a woman sitting on your lap that's not your woman or your wife. Like,
yeah,
I'm back to bite you in the ass, bro.
But even that picture is like mad old. He probably was single as hell at that time. I'm pretty sure Diddy was hell. But it's just so
it plays that narrative.
this is what kills me about like the industry and like the kids and stuff. Like some parents really be just leaving their kids with anybody, like the engineer, the manager, the A&R, just so they can get, what they deem success and all this stuff. And it's just like, it's just crazy to me. I can never just leave my daughter, even without knowing what's in the music industry, just in general. I can just leave my daughter in a room and be like, oh yeah, write this song. What the fuck you mean? Like, no.
But
So
what's going
I just think that stuff is weird. But some people probably have worked so hard in their life that when they do see something that's about to work, they'll do anything to make sure it works, so they don't have to deal with the struggle of life anymore. And I think that's the sad part, because it becomes, your means and material over your child's innocence and just who they are, because now they're gonna grow up all fucked up, and it's just like, you know trauma and therapy for their future. But hey, you got that Jaguar you wanted.
like,
You see this
it all
all
worked out.
you see this all white Jaguar, we good. Like,
That
but
kid is traumatized for life. Like,
yeah,
you
but
know,
that's on them, man. People do what they want to do, bro.
it's unfortunate, man. Anything for that dollar bill, man. They
uh
say they own kids.
I got a risque topic. Have you seen, I didn't really read much into it, but have you seen that Lil Nas X is gonna make Christian music?
Nah. I did not see that coming. What the hell? He's gonna make Christian music?
That's
Like,
that's
so
that's what they're saying, which is
is he just making Christian music, or is he saying like my whole life is changing? Like I feel like
no. He
I'm
still said
alive,
he
bro.
still said he gonna suck a D and do Christian
Oh,
music.
okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like I said, the only reason I mentioned it, cause like the music industry is crazy. Because
Okay. So he gonna
yeah,
buy this stuff and he gonna, he's still gonna hop on the D.
that
Okay.
that boy
Okay.
wild, bro. It's wild out here in these streets. Be safe,
To
y'all.
each his own,
Be safe. Yeah, we're not gonna stay on that one too long, but I thought that was
Nah,
very interesting.
that's the first time I'm hearing about this, bro.
I just saw it.
That's
Literally, I saw it yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna bring it up to Shock Scott. I was like, I'm about to shot the shit out of
you got me on that one, bro. I said, huh?
him.
That's
Straight.
like I didn't know
Uh,
if he was going with that. I didn't know if he was like, saying like I totally changed my life. Like I'm not having sex with men no more. I'm not doing none of that. I'm totally for God. Like,
but
or
what's funny? He probably would make so much money if he did that, because other people would like be like, "Oh, now I'm a fan,"
uh,
and it's just like, I feel like his core fans would be like, "Oh, he's trolling, so it doesn't matter." But hey, man, people wild out here, man. People wild out here. All right, what else? What else you got, my good sir?
another thing with all these divorces, what you think about it going on in the industry, man, with Jeezy and
Well,
now you got that legend by with Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. You got that alleged separation between Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade.
oh, I didn't even know they
So
were separating. That's right.
yeah,
That happened a while ago? Or it started a while ago, right?
yeah, it started a while ago, but now it's really like picking up steam. And she's saying like the separation is real now. Not she, but people are saying that the separation is real now because she's putting stuff out that she believes that he's on the down low, and that's probably like the main catalyst for the separation.
I feel like the biggest issue with that stuff, because I'm not married, but I think the biggest issue is that people do it for status. Like, I think that's the downfall to a lot of it. Because it there's certain relationship you see and you're like, oh, this looks mad genuine, and then there's others that seem like super business. It's funny because a lot of people felt that Kanye West and Kim getting together is business, but seeing how Kim saves Kanye stuff for his kids, ain't no way that was business. Ain't no girl that was just in it for the money is gonna take the time to do stuff like that. And so a lot of these new people, I think is more for status and looking cool and all that stuff, and then they start to get to know the person really and figure out like, ooh, till death do us part. Really, like, is this what I want till that? And a lot of people ain't in for that long haul with the person they think they thought they wanted, and less messes up a lot of stuff because I'm gonna be honest, even with my decisions, I think Les played a huge part. I love my daughter to death, but Les definitely played a huge part in me, going after her mother, which, that's what I get.
That's the thing, like with dudes, man. I think a lot of us want to see it through just because, like, oh damn, she bad, or damn, she look good, or that personality. Her personality is trash. Like she
Yeah.
unruly. She don't want to listen to no. She don't want to listen to the guidance of a man. Don't want the leadership from from no man, and just want to do her own thing and thinking, oh, hey, it's gonna be my way or the highway. Like it don't work that way.
And
Like,
a lot of it too is most of the time, like, either or one of the partners are out for work. So
mhm.
it's like they hardly see each other. Just once again, this is just me outside looking in, and certain being around certain people that are married. So it's more like when we pop out, you see this person on my arm, but in reality, they don't really be around each other that much. So that's why some of these marriages last so long, because they don't really be around each other. Like they're living somewhat so separate lives, which that's why some of them it probably works out well because they have their own lives and they join when they need to join. May it be in the bed or gatherings or whatever. So, but I feel like there's another group of people that are like that but don't know each other at all, and the issues happen during COVID because like you're not around this person a lot, and then now you have to be around this person a lot, and you're like, ooh, I don't like this nigga. And so it's just like
That's why a lot of COVID marriages and situationships broke up because they like, hold
yeah,
up,
it's either
I
you're
don't
gonna
really like this person.
have a kid or get
I'm like,
divorced.
damn
And
nerve.
that shit,
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy, bro. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough, man. It's tough being in the light and then having to like take care of your family. It's funny because like speaking of Dwayne Wade and what's the name, like I feel like not. I don't think this is the same thing, but like when you think about Carmelo Anthony and Lala, I'm pretty sure they probably had a hard time being in public, and she's trying to do her acting stuff, and motherfuckers are like probably sending videos to Carmelo Anthony, being like, "Oh, this is your girl," So it's like it's hard, bro. I can imagine, you know, trying to deal with that because I'm a very private person. I think that's why my last relationship didn't work out, and it's funny because now she's not posting pictures of her new relationship. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm influential. I don't know if maybe she found another guy just like me. I don't know, but I just think it's mad corny because I was getting yelled at about it, and now you don't do it. So what happened to this nice, awesome guy you met? But I'm not gonna dwell on that too much. Yeah.
I could be on the low, like, man, this nigga ain't about nothing. What I'm gonna post about this? You know what? We'll just go the private route.
Yeah, I think people start to realize it's funny because I was really like serious about it because for my reasoning is just I didn't want no issues with my daughter's mom at the time. So that was my main reason. And then also I was in the music industry, so it I didn't really want anybody in my personal life at that point because I didn't like I was like popping or big, but it's just the music industry is just so shady. So I didn't want to even combine the two. But yeah, I think people start to realize. Well, I don't know. I can't speak on her per se, but I do notice that some people take stuff from previous relationships after the fact because it's funny because they were so mad about it during the relationship, but I think they take it for the next one because they realize, oh yeah, this might actually work and help, and they grow. So to each their own, and I hope it was a positive outcome, and they stay together for a long time. I be praying for it. Whenever a girl leaves me, I pray that they find a good man because I know I wasn't shit. So I don't take it personal, bro. Like like my ex doesn't even know this. I'm not gonna say her name, but like she's married with a kid, and I'm like happy for her because I'm like I think about the dumb shit I did, and I'm just like, yeah, he deserved that. Like, I can't even be mad. Like God keep blessing her because she done my shit. So and she never
But that takes a real man to really realize, to just put his flaws on display and be like, yo, okay. Yeah, at the time I wasn't really about nothing, so I'm glad.
and that was before the therapy too.
So that's good.
That was way before the therapy. But we gotta take those steps, man. That's a part of life.
Go through the trials and tribulations, brother.
For real.
Got trials and tribulations. Like I wish our goddamn politicians would, I've never heard a politician ever once say, you know what? Damn, I was wrong. Or damn, that's all. They just passed the blunt. Like, well, I inherited this mess. Or, well, the previous administration, like.
If they take it, they lose millions of dollars. If they take the blame, they lose millions of dollars. So they're not even risking that.
Like, you know what? From the mayor all the way up to the president, none of them ever been like, you know what? That one was on me. I messed up.
Well,
to the American, sorry.
Bill Clinton did say, no, never mind. He denied it. All right, you're right. I had to think about that.
Relations with that woman.
I was like, his famous speech is him denying it. Man. I'm like, you
knew what was going on in the Oval Office. You knew what you was getting. And now I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I would have to say, I think politics is way more crazy than the music industry, though. Now that we're on that topic. I hate politics, by the way, but I'm all for the gossip, I guess, and the BS. I don't know, man. I feel like whenever this is my problem when it comes to politics, especially like in the music in a studio. The second you start talking about it becomes an argument. There is no, unless y'all on the same side, which I don't really have a side like that, so people get mad at me all the time. But speaking of side, Biden shut down LA yesterday, and that was kind of annoying. But
LA for
I don't know where he was going, but they shut it down, and I was trying to meet my homie.
Oh, he was in town.
Huh?
He was in town.
Yeah. I don't know what he was doing, where he was coming from, but boy, they shut down the freeway exit. They shut down Olympic, like big streets. And I was just like, I saw the motorcade, and the only reason I knew it was him is because the ambulance always follows or leads. I don't remember, but I that's
they ready for him to keel over. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, so I always know whenever I see the motorcade, if I see the black cars and the ambulance, is either the president or somebody of high status. Normally, it's the president if they're moving like that. If they're blocking off streets, it's the president. So I was just like, dang, that's crazy. And then some lady stopped me and was like, what is going on? And I was like, I think it's Biden. I saw the motorcade, and she was like, I was talking to my husband. And then she just started ranting, and then she's like, I hope he gets the orange man out of here. And I was like, okay. Like I said, I don't got no. How do you say it? No what in the fight? I don't know.
You ain't got no dog in the fight.
Yeah, I got no dog in the fight. You know what's crazy though? And it always tripped me out. Daddy knew so much about politics. And I remember one day he got so mad at me, and he was just like, how the hell you not know what's going on in your own country? And I felt so embarrassed. I was like, yo, bro, first off, you brought me here. Relax. Like, he went so hard on me. I'm like, damn. That's why people be like, oh, you be hard on your daughter. I'm like, bro, every lesson I learned came with yelling. Like, if you see me dodging and weaving in my car and saving lives, it's because somebody yelled at me. Well, my dad. Not everybody can yell at me. But it was like my dad yelled at me, so that's it. To this day, I still remember everything. I mean, if I do something wrong, I hear the yell in my head, and then I correct myself. Like, oh shit, we good.
Those couple visits I went to go see Daddy, 18, 19 in Atlanta. those time periods, bro, that man, Daddy would definitely let me know what's on his mind and how he felt about things for sure. I was just like, God damn, this is definitely not the daddy that, we used to when we was like little. Now this is like, since y'all grown, I'm gonna give it to you just the way it's supposed to be given. Like as a grown man to grown man.
It's crazy because for real. Because I remember when I visited him older, it's crazy because now I deal with that with my daughter. Because it's like, and I know where he's coming from. Like, you want to make everything fun, right? But at the same time, I gotta be dad, and these are the moments I can be dad. So it's like you gotta pick and choose when to be dad, and a lot of times you don't want to miss that lesson because the lesson's not gonna make sense 6 months from now. If he did something wrong at that moment and he's trying to correct it, he can't be like, "Hey, remember 6 months ago where you did?" No, like you got to tackle it, and that's what I be dealing with. I got to tackle it right at the at the point of it, because if I keep letting it slide, then now your kid's gonna be like, "You didn't say nothing before." They probably won't lash out at you like that, but in their mind they're gonna think that they're gonna be like, "You didn't tell me before." So it's like my daughter does so much stuff and I have to tackle it at that moment, and it makes me think back to when daddy would say stuff to me and I'm like, oh, that makes sense, because he don't see me that much, so he's trying to make sure that I don't make those mistakes. Because this is what I tell my daughter, it's not necessarily making a mistake in front of me, is you being around others and you just being in the world. I want to make sure you're moving right, so that way you don't have to deal with a lot of stuff. So if you're paying attention and you're moving right, you don't got to worry about stuff too much, and your stress level is going to be lower because you're already on point. It's your natural everyday occurrence. Like, to you, this is the norm. Of course, I don't want her to be like panicked out and all that stuff, but like if you're paying attention to what you're doing, you don't got to worry about stuff too much.
Mm-hmm. Man, you already try to navigate through this crazy thing called life, man.
I'm telling you, some people just let their kids. Man, I used to go to those frat parties. I used to think to myself, I'm like, man, ain't no parent telling this kid what to do. This dude lost. Like, those people I met at like USC, I'm like, I know this guy is lost. And it's funny because a lot of those people are not really doing much now. And it's just like, you need guidance, man. You need some form of guidance. And that's why I understand, if people don't have guidance at home and they join like the military or the Navy or the military means all branches, right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, military is all branches, yep.
Yeah, so if they join the military, like at first, when you're younger, you're like, oh, you're stupid. But you got to think about it, like, if a person really has no guidance in life, like,
military would be the best place for them.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
So it's just like, there's a streamer I watch, Duke Dennis, and it's just like, perfect example. It comes from a neighborhood where, I know shit was active, and like, look at him now. Like, you can tell just as a human, he's solid. Like, cause he had the street, raise him, right? But going to I don't know what he went to. So, joining the military, I don't know if it was like Navy or Army, but you could tell that as much as it's not fun, I know it's not fun. It molds your mental. If it's done right, it molds your mental to a way like now your life is structured. And I'm telling you right now, a structured, consistent life is probably the best thing. And I think that's, even when you think of that, like I think that's the whole point of church. Like that's the whole point of the Bible. Like, I'm
gives you structure and instructions.
Yeah, like
that's life, man.
I'm sharing these words because this is what I think will help. And honestly, it does help, because waking up on time and, having your calendars together, my calendar's, pretty solid for the most part. There's some stuff I still got to move around, like my water medicine. I think I got to change that time. But, yeah, man, being structured and calendar is definitely important. Right.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations are in order to our city, man, to LA, man. To King James, baby.
So
King James, first in-season tournament champions.
So how does that work? I know the whole world wants to know this because I don't know. I just saw that they won it, but
it's the first ever. So they worked out the case, but it was a success, man. Like the ratings went through the roof. The gameplay, like people were acting like this was a champion. Like they were playing like it was a championship game.
Man.
The caliber of play like went from here through here. Like it was just crazy. It was exciting to watch, and that's what we want. Because like especially early on in the season, nobody really cared about the NBA like that. Because players, especially stars, they'll load manage, so they won't even be playing a lot of the times, and they'll play, but they won't give it their all. But like people was like fighting for loose balls. People was the lockdown defense. Like you thought this was like we going for the championship, brother.
Well,
it is the championship, but like you thought this was like the Lombard, like the championship, baby, like the chip, and
the way LeBron put on them goggles, I thought it was a championship. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I better strap them joints tight. I was like, yo, what's going on? And then he had the little bottle of champagne. I was like, this dude. But hey, for him, I can see why.
How can be at the end of the year if we do what we need to do.
Yeah, I can see why he's happy, because if it's the first time and then he wins it, it's like, what can you really say to this guy,
Is King James and with that purple and gold on his back, we a winning caliber squad. So, that's why we got banners. Nobody even come close to us but the Celtics, obviously. But we ain't talking about that. They didn't win.
I don't know. That Celtics stuff still kind of weirds me out. I know I'm not the only person that thinks about this when I think about the Celtics, but it's like Boston was mad racist and there was black people on the team. Like I could never get over that. Like I know it's years later, but it's just weird to me, bro. Like
it's funny, but I mean, and the crazy part is that the person that won a lot of their championships is a black man.
Yeah,
Larry Bird won them a few, but the one that won them the most,
the nucleus,
the main number of all their championships is a black man, man.
Yeah, that's weird. And it's funny because I didn't think about that until that I think it was the HBO show, wherever that Lakers show was at, the little
Lake show.
Yeah, that little funny show they came out with. It was pretty good. I think I only watched the first season though. But it's just like you think about it, you're just like, damn, like they really went through shit playing for Boston. Like that's crazy. It was, I guess, because it's the NBA, you get paid and you have to go where you get drafted, but it's still kind of it's just wild, bro. But we come a long way. It's still a lot of stuff going on, but I'm pretty sure it's
it's the way of the world. But I mean, as black people, I feel like we can't get distracted, man, because right now in this moment, we the freest we've ever been. We have more access to all the knowledge than ever before, but yet a lot of us, we still mentally chained, man. We still mentally trapped in the structure of like, damn, like somebody got their foot on my neck, or damn, somebody trying to keep me down. Like, nah, brother, we still can fight through. Still can be successful.
People hate when they meet me. Cause they think, oh, I'm gonna call him a nigger and that's it. Everything's gonna go to shambles. And then they meet my smart ass and they're like, I don't like you. I don't like how you react. You're not angry enough. Like I don't care about you, bro. You're nothing. It's funny because people that use stuff like that or try to get you down that way be the most weakest individual. Huh?
They try to knock us off our square, but we ain't going for it, man.
Nah, they be the most
in the 10 toes.
They be the weakest individual. So that's why I don't let it bother me. If it's like you gotta like really be, it gotta be like fisticuffs, like for me to really be like, oh okay, I gotta handle this. But if you're just walking around saying that, I'm gonna treat you like every other crazy person I see, bro. Crazy people hate me, especially any crazy person asking me for $1. I promise you, they ask you for $1, I just look at them and continue on my way, or sometimes I just be like no, because they're they're not ready for that. They're not ready for that solid no. Like you give them a solid no, they're gonna be so taken back. Like what do you mean? Like you just not even gonna give me an excuse?
Like no.
Like hell no, I'm just gonna hit you with this solid no and continue on my day. Especially if I'm doing DoorDash, I don't got time for it. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm about to make $5. Like you think I got time to deal with this right now? I'm out of here. But it's all good.